Hello, hello. Good to see you. Just getting up here live. Thanks for joining in. We are going to be working on a blueberry bag. Blueberry bag. Don't say that too fast because it might be too much to say. So I'm so glad you're here. I am Dory with Prairie Scraps, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm going to try not to cough. It is smoky here. I don't know why we don't have smoke warnings. Maybe they've just decided it's just fire season and we don't have to have smoke warnings. I'm not sure. Oh, I need to switch things around here. Seems like YouTube is like so much smarter than, oops, that's the wrong spot. Okay, here we go. All right, we are getting up here live. Hello, hello. If you are on here, say hello. And if you do not see that red live button, that means that you are on the replay, which is fine. Life happens. Sometimes we can't see everything, right? Oh, so how has your week been? Mine has been kind of crazy. We have a new exchange student here for 4 weeks. So trying to pack it all in, plus, just regular stuff. It does not feel like summer is the summer. It's the time of rest. It feels like summer is the time of too much to do. Right? Oh my gosh. So just all the 4-H things are going on right now. That's what's going on in our lives. All the 4-H things, getting ready for the fair. The fair is the 3rd week in August. Hello, Tarina. Good to see you. Hi, Kimberly. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in. We are going to do our club transfer. I finally got it. I'm so excited. If you were in the late people for club transfers, we got rewarded for that. That was nice to get a little extra something for not getting it on time. So that was nice. It was hard to wait, though. I was trying to be patient. I'm not great at waiting. I need to get a drink. Tarina, are you in the smoke stuff? Because we have smoke so bad, and they say it's out of Oregon, but I think they said 6 or 7 fires lit up last night. I am telling you, the lightning was coming hard and fast last night, and all I could think was, oh my goodness, things are going to light on fire. It is so dry here. Our ground does not really absorb any water or moisture, so it super dry. And so when lightning and thunder happen, it's kind of scary. So that was we had a huge storm come in, huge lightning bolts. It felt like it was everywhere. It blew the camper electricity out. And so my husband said he had fixed it and gotten it ready. And of course I came up here. This is why I'm a little bit late. Always technical difficulties while doing lives, right? There's always something. So I came out here to do the live, and nothing, dead power. And so I had to call him at work and say, help me. I said I was going live at 3:00, and now I have no electricity. I should have checked before I left, but I meant to and didn't. And, life happens. So we've been doing all kinds of things. Let me see. Monday, we got an exchange student, but I ended up spending like 2.5 hours at the bus station just waiting for the bus to come because it was that late, 2.5 hours. And hi, Vicki. And the bus station didn't even tell us, like, it's going to be a while. This is where they're at. Nothing. And of course, they're exchange students from Japan, so they don't have, their phones aren't working here. We didn't have a phone number to call her anyway, so it didn't really matter. So anyway, I had to just sit there, but I was losing my patience. Nobody wants to, and it was hot. It was so hot. And the gas station with the doors opening and closing, there was no, like, we sat in the gas station for 2.5 hours. I felt like that, that TV show that they do, what is that TV show where they do the live, like the docu-series in the airport? That's what I felt like, because we're like sitting there. First, I'm like, okay, well, We haven't had in a long time anything to eat here. Like it used to have Taco John's, our our big gas station where it is. And I loved it. At least we like their potato allays. We get their potato allays. Well, that went out. They replaced it with some chicken thing. I don't know. It's not very good. I feel like there's dirt all over here. Not just messy paint. It feels like flaky, dirty. I'm washing. Excuse me while I clean. So anyway, we first started out and there it has like this kind, it looks like Subway where you have like all the vegetables and everything, but as it turns out, most of the things are empty. And it's just basically taco fixings, and you can get a bowl or a taco or burrito or something like that. And they fix it right in front of you. I'm like, why didn't they just leave it at Taco John's where they had a certain thing that they did? And I don't know, less choices, I guess. Anyway, they don't make, that I know of, they don't make the potato allays anymore, which is really frustrating because that was the only really good part. We used to get the potato allays and then get it heaping with, like, they have these nachos that would have all the toppings, like beans and cheese, different kinds of cheeses, the salsas, everything on it. And it was huge, didn't cost a ton. So that's what we would always get. It's very filling. So anyway, that was what we would always get. And now it no longer exists because Taco John's doesn't exist. So anyway, we thought we'll give it a try. We did taco salads because we can't have breads, we can't have preservatives, we can't have sugars. So we started out with that, and it was $9.99 for this taco salad, and it was terrible. The meat was horrible. We just had ground beef on it, but it was terrible. So anyway, so we started with that. We're like, we're sitting here anyway, so we might as well eat lunch, because we were supposed to meet the bus at 11:45. So we figured grab her, go eat lunch. And we had lunch kind of packed, but we didn't have it with us. So, and it was too hot to sit in the car. It was like 100 degrees outside. So we couldn't sit in the car. So we sat in this hot gas station watching everybody come in, come out, go in, come out. Oh, it was a time. So then, like 2 hours later, we're like, my girls kept saying, let's go get coffee, because the coffee place is across the highway street or whatever. And so anyway, finally we sent Beth over to get coffee. She walked over there and stood in line, got us coffee. So we had coffee, which we brought it in the gas station at that point, because I'm like, I just spent $30 on lunch and it was horrible. Hey, Amber, good to see you. So I was talking about our Monday experience. So that was just Monday. And we were supposed to be, as soon as we got her, I figured it was going to be about noon. It would be about 12:30. We'd get out. We had 4-H over in Cottonwood. So I knew we would only maybe have an hour at 4-H. Well, we didn't even get out till 4-H was completely done. So we missed the 4-H meeting. We could have gone to 4-H first and then come and gotten her, but we had no idea. And then what did we do Monday night? We had something Monday night. Oh, then we went down to Lewiston, which is an hour and a half away, and went to that was fun. We went down, but it was long. It was a long day. So we went down to Lewiston, and our chiropractor, our orthodontist, rents the aquatic center down there. So we went to the aquatic center for a night for customer appreciation, which is really cool. So, and they had hot dogs and ice cream, and we did a little bit of shopping before. We were hoping to hit the museum down there at the Nez Perce Tribe, but it was not open at 4:00. Who gets hours? They get to be open from 9 to 4. I don't know. Only the government. So anyway, that was our Monday. We didn't get home until like 11 o'clock at night. She was exhausted. We were exhausted. It was hot, crazy. So let's get going, right? And I could tell you about all the other things we've packed in. That was just Monday. That was only Monday. So I finally got my club. I'm really excited. It's kind of been a waiting month. This is the transfer that you get with club. There's still time to get it. So don't feel like you're missing out, because I just received mine. It is so cool. And if you're a VIP member, you get 30% off, but it's only $21.99. You get it for around $16 if you're a club perks member. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Just put perks down below. Anyway, it is so cute. And we're going to make this today. It comes all packaged up in this nice little, I'm here, Club Couture envelope, which is kind of cute. And then you get this bag, which we're going to do today, because I'm just going to be plain Jane. We're just going to work on what we got for the club. Been waiting so long, we got to use it, right? This is the cutest bag. This was the holdup in the shipping, that they didn't have enough of these or something like that. So this is the bag. Isn't that cute? And they matched the handle to the inks that came. So you get 2 inks. One is Cadet, one is Black Velvet. Isn't that pretty? And so we'll be doing our stuff in Cadet and Black Velvet today, and then it comes inside of this. And if it's your first time ever getting the club, you do get a whatchamajigger. You do get a squeegee with it too. So you'll have everything you need to complete this entire bag all together. So I'm just going to put you down here so you can see what we're working on today. And sorry for those of you who tune in now and only see not my head. The one thing about doing fabrics with your inks is you do want to put something inside. So I was thinking you could actually use this piece of plastic on the inside if you wanted. I have one of our ink mats that I'm going to use in there because that has a stickiness to it, and that will help me keep it straight. You could also use a piece of cardboard. So those are your options. Oh, use the packaging for sure if you need to. When you get these ink mats, they're reusable over and over again. So make sure that you keep all the packaging on it so that it keeps as sticky as possible. And then I just wash it off between using. And it does get a little stained and dirty looking, but it's fine. Okay. So I'm going to put this in here. And the reason you want this in here, number one, it holds it down. The ink mat does. But you want like cardboard or something in there if you're doing it without a mat, because it will go through to the back. Our ink soaks into the fabric. So this is not something that's going to come off. If you saw my t-shirt, that is inked, washed and dried. We've got 4 of them. All of them look just like I made them the first time, because I made these for a girls trip like 3 years ago now. So I think that was it. Anyway, I want this. I don't want it on the bottom, but I'm going to have to pop out the bottom so there's no lumps there. We don't want any lumps. We want everything to be nice and smooth. Put this down here. And then we're going to use the transfer right on this bag. And I don't want it to, I did see, the nice thing about waiting is I've gotten to see what everybody else has done. Hello, Mom. Good to see you today. The cool thing about it is that I've really gotten to see what everybody else has been doing. And I saw one lady who had it really high. And so I kind of looked at it when that doesn't look right. So I get to take notes. That's the cool thing too about when you watch me. And if you decide to join the club, or if you're in the club and haven't done it yet, this will give you an opportunity to watch me and learn from my mistakes so that yours, there is no mistakes in crafting. There's just a new adventure, right? Everything is fixable. So don't worry about it. There's really not any mistakes. But so if I was using this on wood or plastic or something, these are reusable transfers. It's a silk transfer. So the part that looks white, that actually has fabric in there. So that makes it so that everything is very well, has great detail to it. I'm really distracted today because my glasses have a stain on them and I can hardly see. So anyway, my week has been so busy I haven't remembered, but last night we did have this huge storm that kicked up and it started more fires. They were saying our smoke was from Oregon. It was already smoky earlier this week. So if you were using this on plastic or wood or any other surface, you'd want to fuzz this first, like on a towel or a clean shirt or whatever, clean towel, or on a fuzzing cloth. But because we're putting on fabric, we do not need to do that. Save your backing. And if you don't know which is front and back, go ahead and put an X marks the spot so you know which is the back. All right, we're going to just work on getting this nice and evenly put on here. And like I said, I saw somebody who had done it. They must have lined these up at the top of these, and it looked kind of awkward to have it that way. So today you'll have to watch it upside down because I am going to be doing 2 colors. The cool thing about using ink is that you don't have to rush to get it off. You know, sometimes when we use, I don't know what I got on here already. We're already batting 1,000 here. There's something on here. Maybe it's ashes. It is so smoky. It's burning my eyes, and it makes you kind of feel tired and dragging out. Get that out of there. I can feel the something. Oh, I know what it is. I think they have like that dry packet in there. That's what was in there. It was making it rocky. You want to have this as flat as you possibly can. Now that I look at it, get it all down. So anyway, but they say it's coming out of Oregon. We do have Kendrick has fires, and apparently that got kicked up last night as well. So, and then of course it was so windy, like my chairs in the backyard, my metal chairs in the backyard blew over. It was the strangest thing. And then Dave had he had a table saw underneath a tarp, and the entire thing blew over, almost hit the car. Branches fell off the tree. And then we have our old tub, you know, those old tubs that were are they cast iron? They're so heavy. It was leaning against the tree, and the wind came up so hard, it blew it over and almost hit my truck as well. So we are just on a roll with hitting the truck, because my husband hit a deer this last weekend with my truck. You know, just do it all. All right, so I'm going to just use the colors that we have. I'm going to see what I have for Cadet. I do happen to have a Cadet jar. It might be right near the end. And honestly, I think if I run out, I'll use the packet. These packets are single packets, and they definitely do go farther than just one use. So don't feel like if you get a singles pack, it's only going to be one project. You probably could do a couple of projects. So keep that in mind. You can also just, keep it for a week or so after you do something, and just fold it over and keep it for the next project. Let's see. I know I had some ink here, so I just want to double check and make sure I don't have any. I have green. I have pink ink. What else do I got going here? Black paste. Okay. Everything but. And then maybe same with my black velvet. I thought I had purchased some some new stuff in Cadet, but I guess it was the paste. I didn't get the ink. I used a lot of Cadet ink for my piano students at the end of the season. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Good to see you. So black velvet, and there were 2 ink packets that came today, or came with these. And I'm going to start with Cadet, because I feel like whatever I want to do in blue is the part that I want to do first, and then I'll do the rest in black. But we don't have to peel it back and let it dry or anything. We can totally just leave it down if we want. If you want to check it, you might decide to do that. Oh my goodness, I thought I had my tools here and I don't see it. I don't know what happened. I bet I had a hand. Oh, I found it. Good. Oh, phew. I was a little worried. All right. So we're going to start with the blue and do the blueberries. If you are one of my club members, you're going to be getting a gift from me. So watch the mail. There'll be a little package. Oh, look at that. My Cadet is about dry. It wasn't doing great in the first place, so I don't know if I've got some. I might be all in on the packet. I think that is done. I'm going to let it go. As you can see, I pretty much used that up, and there's just one little bit, and it's pretty hard. I don't think, because blue, if you guys watch me do those bags before with the blue, I'm a hot mess with blue. I don't know why. Whenever you get these, oh, no worries. I was a little bit on the late side as well, because we had this big storm, and the electricity, we had a lightning. It felt like it was on the house, and we heard something blow. It looked like lightning in the house all through it. It was crazy. And then after the storm, we kind of checked things over, and it blew the electricity out of the airstream. So there was no air electricity, but my husband said he got it going again last night, and it it was not going, of course, right at 3 o'clock. So I'm already into the blue, full on. I am totally into the blue. I would love to do blueberries in blue, but I want these blueberries to be blue. Does that make sense? But anyway, I am sending out a special gift. Actually, I'm going to send you the Idahoan form of blueberries because we have wild huckleberries that grow here. So if you are in my club, you will be getting something in the mail. I just went and picked it up today because I had this aha moment. Like I was trying to think of what I could send out for a thank you gift for my club members and my perks members, and what was blueberry inspired. So stay tuned. Hopefully you'll get excited. You could put this into a little tray or on a paper plate. I'm a lazy crafter. If you are a lazy crafter, raise your hand. I tend to just, this is definitely soaking in though, into this. I think I'm going to try this with this because I see that the stems are very close here and in between. So I think I want to be able to direct it. Our tools really work nice for this. You could use that. I would totally get through using that, the mini squeegee. You can even cut those in half if you want, somewhat like this, but this tool is such a handy dandy little tool that it's like using a paintbrush, but not quite as difficult in my opinion. And I'm just scooping a little bit, squeezing a little bit out on my tool. So once this ink dries up, I will just go back through with an iron and heat set this, or a heat set tool you can use. I will heat set this for a couple of minutes at the hottest temperature you can, and it will be permanent. You can wash and dry this. Who doesn't need a bag that you can wash and dry? I know my girls certainly do. White is not a color we use very often for anything. Do you guys, oh, shoot. And if you make a boo-boo, this blue is probably going to stain. I'm probably going to have to try to get that off while it's wet because I made just a really tiny bit outside the lines here. You could tape around this too. That would help. Again, you're watching a lazy crafter. Sorry, guys. You were here for the overachiever. I am not it. I'm not good at overachieving. Well, I like to go over the top. I like to be extra. Let's just put it that way. Oh, how much? I don't know if I'm going to sell this one. This is my club project. I'm kind of at my I like to collect my club projects. I don't often sell them. I will make extras of things. I could maybe make an extra, but I don't. Oh, I better check. I have to get some cadet. So I don't know what's going on with electricity. Hopefully we can keep electricity here. It shut down my computer entirely. Oh, I thought that was my husband. It's the neighbor. I'm not in trouble yet. But busy days we're doing here. Next week, oh my goodness. So we just got today we went over to our local museum out at the monastery. I think I'm going to do this line across the top in blue, as well as it says fresh, local, organic. So that kind of just balances it out with the blue. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go across the top. Make sure it's down. And we're going to just do across the top here, make sure it's all covered in the blue. This color looks so different sometimes on different projects, just depending what you're using it for. This cadet, it kind of looks bright to me at the onset, but every project I've seen using the cadet, it looks so good. And every single project I've seen, like I've seen people do signs with this one. This one I think is going to be a good sign maker, this blueberries. All right. What do you think? Oh, yeah. I mean, I just got mine 2 days ago. Rhonda, good to see you, by the way. I just got mine 2 days ago. So you're probably not far off from it. There was a holdup in the bags because they ordered these special bags with a blue handle. So you should have gotten compensated though for that. Basically, you got the project for free. Basically. Okay. I think before I do see a little bit of white. I maybe should check this to make sure it's done because I can redo the blue if I need to. Oh, that got messy. Whoops. That's not cool. Do you see that? It got smeary on the end. See, I was thinking those lines weren't sticking down. I think it's going to be okay, though. I just fixed that. Oh, I'm glad I checked. All right. And then the other part I need to check is right down here because I think I got a teeny tiny bit overrun. Oh my goodness. Love, love, love that. Maybe I need to go further on the blue, but oh my goodness, doesn't that look good? We're going to do black in there. So I can see right here where I need to go a little further with that blue. I'm going to try to get in here. So at least the weather kind of came under control here with we did get pouring rain last night. It rained for a good amount of time. That's what I was afraid of. My husband kept saying when it started lightning and thunder, he's like, oh, but we need it. I'm like, no, we don't. This is like fire danger. Danger. And he was like all excited. And I'm like, I am not excited about that. So I guess there's a fire about 4 to 5 one right down at Pittsburgh, which is 4 to 5 miles from Pittsburgh Landing, which is closer than not to us. So that's not good. You know me, I'm always into this. This cadet is just a messy color for me. All right, here we go. That blueberry looks a lot better. Okay, I guess there's a branch there. I was probably right the first time. Branch but I do have a little bit here, so I'm just gonna take, oops, that smeared it first. I'm gonna try to get it out, but it may not work. If you can get it while it's still wet, you can usually get, oh goodness. I was afraid of being too close and I totally missed. If you could get it right away, sometimes you can get it out, but definitely blue, like I said, blue and black are going to be colors that are going to stain, but it's a bag. Karen, you may not want this one. I'm making all kinds of mess. Missoula Mountains. What does that say, Rhonda? Missoula Mountains, Montana has like 110-mile-an-hour winds, a lot of the damage. Yeah. I think we were close there. It knocked over a a cast iron tub in our driveway, it was knocking branches. That kind of got us started. Like, I was like, Dave, we got to move the car because it's under a big tree that's kind of a, I don't know what kind of tree. I guess it's like, is it an, I don't know what it is. What kind of tree? We had somebody tell us what it is. But yeah, it was dangerous. I've never, like the winds were like things were sideways. We had metal chairs in the backyard just going. I tell you what, they do not make things here in the West to be safe for wind. They just don't. So we're not far from Missoula. We're not far from Missoula. And it's kicked up a bunch of fires. I was pretty sure that's what was going to happen with that wind. But my husband was like excited. He was like, "Oh, we need rain." I'm like, "We don't need thunder and lightning and wind." So I don't know. I was surprised they had swim team this morning. Trying to get that in there. Oops, wrong way. There we go. I was surprised we had swim team this morning because it's so smoky out. Like I said, I'm going to see how my black is. Maybe my black is done too. I could feel it kind of. Nope, I got a little more black, so we got some to work with here. Get to the bottom. I use a lot of black. I use a lot of gray. There we go. But you could totally use the packets. I'm just going to go through one at a time and kind of. Black is up there for use. I usually use a lot of it. Pick your own. Everything else, I think I'm going to do black. I think it'll be cute. This I'm concerned about. I want to make sure it's down good. Oops, that's a lot. You can use as much as you want, but it doesn't get down. This one is just not. I think it's the canvas. Sometimes, and I found this. It's not just this canvas. What is that, you guys? It looks like green. It doesn't look like black. I think I got a big goober. Nobody wants this. This is going to be my own bag. I wouldn't send this out. I do have some other bags, but I do not have the blue handled bag. So if that's something you want on something, I'd be happy to make you one. But probably I'll run it past you if you want it. I could also make a sign. Try to get in there. Oofta. I might be just plain making a mess today. I don't know. I have a thing about ink lately. It's just kind of messy for me. Usually, I think some of it is, some of my inks are getting kind of dry, so I'm working it too hard maybe. My daughter uses my inks. My 16-year-old daughter uses my inks a lot. And so they don't always get as well taken care of as they should. So sometimes they're messy, which is like when I stick my finger in, I get a fingerful. And then sometimes it's just, in general, it's getting dry. She'll leave them all open. She'll open everything and have everything open. I'll be like, shut that up. Oh, well, I just used it. It's like 20 minutes ago. She is fast, though. She is a fast inker. She'll just ink really super fast. She'll like just knock out a bunch of inking at once. And she doesn't think about it as much as I do, I guess. She's not as particular. Like, she won't sit and like overthink. Like, I'll be like, oh my gosh, what color should I put here? And what color should I put there? And I'll overthink it. And she just like whip through it. She doesn't really think twice about doing things. So she's a lot more brave, I guess. A little more laissez-faire. All right. I'm trying. It's like it's got some bubbles going on. And I think it's just, it doesn't grip very well. So try, Like if you know you have a big space, like this is like kind of a starburst here. I'm going to try to go from the outside and not get, hopefully it won't make a mess. I may make a mess. Oh shoot. And I just dropped the squeegee right in. It's just not sticking here very well. So I'm going to go from the outside in to try to get it. So I'm not pushing paste on the outside, just pushing it towards the middle, but try not to swipe too much, but I can't resist. Oh my gosh, look at my hands. I am all in. I'm all in today. You know, you just never know. Hey, Sherry, you're loving that. You're loving my mess. You're a bag lady. Very good. This is definitely, oh, and I hear like, now that I get going, the noise in the background, if you hear any noise, it's the chipper. So lots of trees were coming down. There was some of our friends were stuck up in the woods. They'd gone like huckleberry picking and got stuck up there with a bunch of trees down. So on the road, they couldn't get through. And of course, I would not take at all a chainsaw to go huckleberry picking. So that would be maybe my husband. Sometimes he does. I think he tends to kind of throw it in there nowadays because he finds good firewood right on the side of the road. Sometimes people leave their little bits and pieces, and he's like, what somebody else doesn't think is a good piece of firewood, he thinks is perfect. So we often pick up things when we're just even leisurely picking huckleberries. I don't know if this is, oh good, it was just like a piece of dirt or something. I don't know. I was afraid it was a piece of ink. All right, let's see how we did. I'm sorry, I'm going to pull this way. I did do that blue. I should have just left it be because it looked less of a problem. This would be really cute all black, I think. Oh my gosh, love it. It says sweet, tasty, pick your own, 15 cents per quart. I'm going to put this on the backing, get it out of my way. I will just wash this in regular water in the sink. Totally will come clean. It probably will be stained a little bit from the black and the blue. But otherwise, I am excited about this. I'm definitely a hot mess. You didn't know you were going to watch a hot mess today. Well, if you watch me at all, if you watch me at all, you totally know that I am always a hot mess. But I think it's still cute, even though I boo-booed down here. You could, my daughter used some, like, those Tide pens or bleach. I wouldn't want to use a bleach pen, I don't think, but maybe I'm trying to just dig in because, I think it already sunk into the fabric. So that's the issue here. It is what it is. It's not perfect. It is handmade, that's for sure. And I still like it. I like it. It'll bother me, that little thing. I'm going to get this clean before I make a mess of myself. More of a mess. And we're going to close up that ink. Might put a little bit of water in there if I can get some out. Oh, got some. It's getting low on water here. I do use distilled or purified water. I know there's a difference. I think you're supposed to use distilled, but whatever we have in the bottled water has less than what our city water has. So get this shut up here and put away. I think I got some more. I don't know. I may or may not. Who knows? I have a bunch of ink. I have color changing ink I need to use. It's terrible. It's just sitting here, not using it. I have to stop hoarding. Stop hoarding. All right. Let's take this off of here and I will turn it around so you can see. I'm pretty excited. I like it. I'm a bag person too, but I kind of like my bag, like I'm more of like a bag. I don't know. I never do this size. So actually it didn't do too bad going through. Hey, Beth, what's going on? Just saw her pop out here. She's like, something is on. My husband said there was something on a big box on the front steps. Hopefully she knows not to look in it. Her birthday is on Sunday. She's going to be 14. Of course, she's suspicious about everything, but kind of wants to know and doesn't know she's not supposed to know sometimes. So we got that on Sunday, but we've got a parade for Kuski Days, and then after Kuski Days, we're doing a family birthday party for her. So, of course, I'm waiting for stuff to come in. I'm hoping there's a bunch of it was supposed to come in today. I'm hoping maybe hers is in that box. That would be nice if it would come in. I did order it. It did say I had plenty of time to get it in. All right. There we go. Always put that mat away so it doesn't dry up. Isn't that the cutest? Oh my goodness. Love, love, love it. It is so cute. Let me show you where I nudged a little bit of blue and then smeared it. So it would have been better just to leave it. Because I tried to get it off, it sort of spread it. So I'm just telling you, dark colors, just leave it alone. It's okay. It would have looked okay. I just went a little tiny bit outside of the lines, which drove me crazy and I couldn't resist. So that is it. I thank you so much for coming and joining in and watching today. Isn't that the cutest? It was well worth the wait. I just love this bag. It is so cute. Easy peasy. And like I said, you can have it for as little as $16. And that includes the shipping for all the supplies to make this, including the bag, which has the matching handle, which I think makes it super adorable. Super, super adorable. And lots of uses. I think this is going to be very cute, like for signs. I think a t-shirt would be adorable. And if you are in my club, make sure that you watch your mail here in the next few days. Uh-oh. What's that? Hello? Hey. Oh, no. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. Well, it's a good thing we're at the end of this. I need to go. We have a issue, I guess. So I will see you shortly. Have a very blessed evening and keep on crafting. Thanks for joining.